If you haven't heard of tofu sheets, or if you've heard of them but you're not sure what to do with them, then you're going to want to stick around for this next recipe. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan. Welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN. I follow a whole food plant-based way of eating. If that sounds good to you, please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram for more plant-based content, and check out all the links below for the full recipe and the resources that I offer. So today I'm going to be making egg rolls, vegan of course, with this product, tofu sheets. I just found these at Trader Joe's. So I decided to make some egg rolls with these. These are high in protein and they're going to fit right in with what I'm doing right now. So we're going to get started on these. I'm going to show you the filling I'm going to make for these, and then they're going to get air fried, so no oil involved. So they're going to be low calorie density, high protein, and delicious. Let's get started. So we're going to work on the filling for our egg rolls. And I've just got a little bit of veggie broth that I'm heating up in this nonstick pan. So I'm going to start with this little cube of ginger. I get this at my grocery store. It comes in a little tray with a bunch of little cubes. So I'm going to start with that. And then about a half a teaspoon of minced garlic. Just saute this around till this little guy melts a bit. I'm just making this filling very simple, but you can modify it to whatever you like. I've got about 3 cremini mushrooms. These are about ready to go bad, so I thought let's throw those in. We'll let this go for a little bit. I've got it on medium heat. And to make it super simple, I'm just using this already shredded green red cabbage with some carrots. And that's just going to make it even easier. So I'm going to throw a couple handfuls in here. And if you need to add more veggie broth, then do so as it starts getting dry. And we're not going to do these too long. We still want them to retain some crispness because we are going to be finishing them up in the air fryer. Now we're going to scooch the veggies over to one side. And we're going to crumble in about 4 ounces of extra firm tofu. You don't need to press it, just kind of dab it with some paper towels to get the excess moisture. And just crumble it in. And this is going to give us some added protein. And then just cook this for a few minutes. We're still on medium heat. I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning here. I've got some garlic powder, some onion powder, a little bit of salt. And we can mix it all together. Then you want to add in a little bit of coconut aminos or soy sauce or tamari. So you just want to cook it till most of the moisture is gone. You don't want this to be soggy. And we're almost there. And just at the end, I'm going to add in some green onions. Just a few. All right, now we'll turn off the heat and we're going to let this cool a little bit before we fill our sheets. So here are the tofu sheets. They come in a package, they're frozen. I just put them in the refrigerator, let them defrost overnight. And then they look like this. And they're kind of weird to work with. You kind of have to find where it starts. it's just, you know, one of those things you just have to play with it and you get there. And it comes 2 sheets to a box. Okay, so they're kind of weird to work with because they're not really like a square. You can buy them, from what I've heard, in an Asian market. You can buy them dried and you just kind of wet them. It's kind of like rice paper. So these are a little bit different, and so this is what I got to work with. Just kind of spread it out. All right, and we'll do our best. So I'm just going to put some of the filling here. And we'll see what we come up with. And we're going to have some stuff sticking out on this one, I can tell. So we're going to roll it. I'm just going to put these on a lined baking sheet and air fry them. And they're not going to look pretty, but they're going to taste delicious. This one will be a little bit better because it's a little whiter. So like I said, it's just experimenting and, you know, doing the best you can. And since I have a bunch of filling left, I'm going to just use some rice paper and make just little egg rolls out of these. So I just moisten them with some water because I don't want this filling to go to waste. And we'll air fry these as well. I just think it's so fun to try different things, and yeah, you're gonna make some mistakes and it's not gonna look beautiful, but you know, that's how we learn, right? Just put a little bit more in there. And that's how we get better, right? By just trial and error. All right, I'm gonna have these air fried. I'm gonna go 350 for about 15 minutes and then I will check them. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna make a quick little peanut sauce. So this is just a real simple peanut sauce. And I am going to use PB2. This is powdered peanut butter. It's for 2 tablespoons, it's 6 grams of protein and 60 calories, so a lot less than peanut butter. I'm going to use 4 tablespoons. And I get the one with no sugar. Then 1 tablespoon of coconut aminos, or you can use soy sauce or tamari, whatever you like, liquid aminos. I've got 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic and 1/8 of a teaspoon of ginger powder. Then we're going to do about 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. And then I just have some warm water to thin it out till you get the consistency you like. A little bit thinner. You can always add more PB2 if it gets too thin. All right, that's perfect. That'll be our sauce when the egg rolls are done. All right, we've got spring rolls versus tofu sheets. These got done before they did. These look pretty, those don't. So I guess it's gonna come down to taste. So let's give these a taste and I'll give you my honest opinion. Okay, so finished product. Which one should I try first? I'm going to start with this. They don't look real pretty. Let's dip it in some peanut sauce. I have a feeling it's going to be messy. A little bit. Okay. The filling is amazing. Peanut sauce is amazing. I'm not really sure about the tofu skin. It wasn't really easy to work with, but I think that maybe just be operator error because I've never used them before. I know you can get these dried, almost like rice paper, so that might be a little bit easier to work with. You just moisten them and then you can, they're probably more malleable than these. Were just hard to work with. But I think they taste pretty good, honestly. And then of course the old faithful, the spring rolls. These guys stuck together. Oh yeah. I have to say I love that filling. I love adding the tofu in that filling. I'll give you a pro for the tofu sheets. You eat 2 of these, you get 20 grams of protein, probably 25 because you've got the tofu inside, and it's around 250-ish in calories. Spring roll, you're not going to get as much protein. You've got the protein that's inside. That's not going to be a whole heck of a lot. You do get some protein out of the peanut sauce, but these are super low calorie and they taste really good and they're super easy to work with. So cons, not so easy to work with. That's probably the only con. I think it tastes pretty good, and I put these on, both of these in at 350. After 15 minutes, these were done. These needed to go. I cranked it up to 400, let it go for about another 5-6 minutes. I think it was 6 minutes. And I felt like they were done. I also flipped them and then cranked up the heat to 400 and did it for another 6 minutes. And they came out pretty good. I'm not 100% on these, but I'm willing to try them again and experiment. I know you can do different things with them. You can cut them up like noodles and use them that way in a stir fry, so that might be something fun to do too. But anyway, that's my opinion on these. So if you want to give them a try, I highly recommend that you experiment. It's fun. So if you like this video, if you learned something, please give a like, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment down below and let me know if you're going to try these, if you're going to try the tofu sheets, and let me know how it comes out. Remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. Until next time, thank you.